What is the importance of teaching fractions practically?
So before we started this APV experiment, there was a survey done by some organization in India, and they discovered that math was the most dreaded subject. And we discovered very soon when we started doing these things, practical math, that math was the most cherished subject at APV. So there was a huge contrast that surprised us a little bit. But the reason why we started this way was that I have never been satisfied with the way we were taught. And math is something that is so exact. It is an exact kind of subject, and you can't just beat about the bush. You have to be exact. So I I I wanted to find out the meaning of things, like what does it mean? What is 1 over 2 in terms of real life experience outside the blackboard? What does it really mean? So that is how it started. And okay, so when you say this is 1, and therefore when you divide it into two parts, then you get 1 over 2. So this is a practical way of dealing with it. Now suppose I didn't do it this way and I started right away on the blackboard saying, okay, 1 over 2 plus 1 over 2 is 2 over 2, and then 2 over 2 is 1. So now it is a trick. Some children get it very quickly because of this logic that it is over 2 and it is over 2 and therefore this is over 2. But it's a mystery. Why do you add these? 1 and 1 becomes 2. Why don't you add this? And many children actually do it. In most schools, I think most of the children would say this is 2 over 4 because they know simple addition and they use the same logic. So when you do it this way, there is a huge difference and you are making many things clear. For example, you start with a unit. So what is the unit? So you say this is a unit, and we use rough A4 paper that is already used, and so this is very inexpensive. But also because it is much more life friendly than other kind of material that you get for this in the market. So out of 1 you create 1 over 2 and 1 over 2. It's not already there. It's not already ready made. There is a huge difference that maybe most adults don't see. A huge difference between already made things and when you create those things. Here, when I create with this unit, so this makes much more sense to children. Okay, this is 1 over 2 because the children have seen that there was a unit and the unit was divided into two parts, and then one part is called 1 over 2. And why is it called 1 over 2? Because over 2, and in Hindi we call it bate do, and bate means divided. So when you divide it into two parts, you get this 1 half, and 1 over 2 plus 1 over 2 makes 1. Many people wouldn't be able to understand, many children and maybe even teachers, that they are different. This is 1 and this is 2 over 2, and in real life most people wouldn't accept that they are the same. Of course you can glue them together and then it is the same, and the volume is the same, but in many places it makes a huge difference between these two. For instance, if you want to buy a meter of cloth for your shirt, and the shopkeeper gives you this and says it is the same. You see, this is half and this is half, it makes 1. And you will say, no, I want a single thing, otherwise the tailor will reject it also. The tailor will say it will be a very different kind of shirt because he will have to stitch it from all kinds of places. So this thing of each time creating from a unit makes a huge difference. Okay, and then you can do addition, subtraction, multiplication and division with A4 paper. So for instance, if you divide the unit into 4 equal parts, and see, when you make those parts, you use your muscles, you have to be exact, you tear them very carefully. All of these subtle things are also involved that are very important for children. So this is 1 over 4. So from this logic, that okay, when a unit was divided into 2 parts, it was called 1 over 2. So from the same logic, the children will immediately understand, okay, here the unit was divided into 4 parts, and therefore it will be called 1 over 4. 1 over 4 plus 1 over 4 makes 2 over 4. 2 over 4 plus 1 over 4 makes 3 over 4. So this is addition. Now if you want to do subtraction, so what is this? So this is 1, 2, 3. 3 over 4. Why do we call it 3 over 4? 3 is okay, but why over 4? Sometimes you have to explain it again and again, that it is 3 over 4. So this is the size here, or denomination in a way. It is called denominator. So because what part of the whole, so when we say over 4, what we actually mean is that it is 1/4 of the unit, and children can measure it against the unit. In the beginning they do it again and again to make sure that this is not 1 over 3 or 1 over 5 or something else. It is 1 over 4. So 4 of these should fit the unit.